Slips of Speech by John H. Bechtel, Chapter 4. Read for the LibriVox Language Learning Collection, Volume 2. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Chapter 4. Possessive Case. Some time ago, a shoe merchant called upon the writer to know how to arrange the points in the wording of a new sign that he was preparing to place over his door. The merchant made a specialty of shoes for men and boys. He presented a paper containing the lines men's, men', and boys', boys', shoes, and on the second line mens' and boys' shoes. He was politely informed that both were actually incorrect, that the two words form their plurals differently, and that the possessive case is therefore formed in a different manner. The plural of man is men, the plural of boy is boys. The possessive of man is mans, man', of men is men'. The possessive of boy is boys', of boys is boys'. In the latter case we are obliged to place the apostrophe after the s in order to distinguish the possessive plural from the possessive singular. All nouns that form their plurals by adding s to the singular form their possessive case as the word boy does. The sign should therefore read men' and boys', shoes. Singular nouns. All nouns in the singular form their possessive case by adding the apostrophe and the letter s, as in child's, d's, girls, woman's, birds, brothers, sisters, judges, sailors. When the noun ends in s, sh, ch, ce, or x, the additional s makes another syllable in pronouncing the word, as James's, Charles's, witnesses, duchesses, countesses, rushes, marches, princes, horses, foxes. In poetry, the terminal s is sometimes omitted for the sake of the meter. While writers differ, the tendency in modern usage is toward the additional s in such expressions as Mrs. Hemans's poems, Junius's letters, Knowles's Virginius, Knox's sermons, Brooks's arithmetics, Rogers's essays. That works when you write it, but it doesn't work when you say it. By long-established usage, such expressions as for conscience' sake, for righteousness' sake, for goodness' sake, for Jesus' sake, have become idioms. Some authorities justify the omission of the possessive s when the next word begins with s, as in Archimedes' screw, Achilles' sword. Plural nouns. Most nouns form their plurals by adding s or es to the singular. These plurals form their possessive by adding the apostrophe, as horses, ses', countesses, foxes, churches, princes. Nouns whose plurals are formed otherwise than by adding s or es form their possessive case by adding the apostrophe and s, just as nouns in the singular do, as men's, men', women's, children's, seraphims. Pronouns. Sometimes the mistake is made of using the apostrophe with the possessive personal pronouns, as hers, her''s, ours, our''s, its, it''s. The personal and relative pronouns do not require the apostrophe, but the indefinite pronouns one and other form their possessives in the same manner as nouns, as each other's, r''s, eyes, 100 others', others', woes. Double possessives. John and Mary's, marys', sled means one sled belonging jointly to John and Mary. John's and Mary's sleds mean that one sled belongs to John, the other to Mary. Men, women, and children's shoes for sale here. When several possessives connected by and refer to the same noun, the sign of the possessive is applied to the last one only. When a disjunctive word or words are used, the sign must be annexed to each word, as, these are Charles's or James's books. Possessive of nouns in apposition. When two nouns are in apposition or constitute a title, the possessive sign is affixed to the last, as, for David my servant's sake, give me here John the Baptist's head in a charger. The Prince of Wales's yacht, Frederick the Great's kindness. After of. By a peculiarity of idiom, the possessive sign is used with a noun in the objective, as, this is a story of Lincoln's, that is a letter of the President's, a patient of Dr. Butler's, a pupil of Professor Ludlam's. In ordinary prose, the custom of the best writers is to limit the use of the possessive chiefly to persons and personified objects, to time expressions, as an hour's delay, r''s, a moment's thought, and to such idioms as for brevity's sake. Avoid such expressions as America's champion baseball player, Chicago's best 5-cent cigar, Lake Michigan's swiftest steamer, somebody else's, elses'. The question whether we should say, this is somebody's else pencil, or this is somebody else's pencil, has been warmly argued by the grammarians, the newspapers, and the schools. If some leading journal or magazine were to write somebody else as one word, others would, doubtless, follow, and the question of the possessive would settle itself. The word notwithstanding is composed of three separate words, which are no more closely united in thought than are the three words some, body, and else. Two of the latter are already united, and the close mental union of the third with the first and second would justify the innovation. But the words are at present disunited. A majority of the best writers still conform to the old custom of placing the possessive with else. People are so ridiculous with their illusions, carrying their fool's caps unawares, thinking of their own lies opaque, while everybody else's were transparent. So wrote George Eliot. Some make a distinction by placing the possessive with else when the noun follows, and with somebody when the noun precedes, as, this is somebody else's pencil, and this pencil is somebody's else. This distinction is not generally followed. End of Slips of Speech, Chapter 4, by John H. Bechtel, read by Mike Harris.